Mango farming in Kitui County has kicked off, and Janet and Joseph are just the right farmers to tell us how their produce and their profits have doubled thanks to the training from the Micro Enterprises Support Program Trust. Welcome to another episode of Rescue My Business. I'm Shiko Kaitani. Mango is an important cash crop in Kenya, particularly in semi-arid areas where there are limited income-generating opportunities available to local communities. Production has increased by an average of at least 13% since 2000, while exports have increased by an average of more than 18% in the same period. Kenyan yields of 13.1 metric tons per hectare compare favorably with global averages. However, a number of quality and cost issues often prevent Kenyan producers from getting their product to the market. Kenya's eastern region, often referred to as the home of Kenya's best mangoes, is the leading region in mango tree density nationally. In Mwingi West, the Micro Enterprises Support Program Trust formed a partnership with the Mwingi Horticultural Farmers Cooperative Society, an association that farmer Janet Musingi is part of.
Na mimi ni mkulima wa maembe, mahindi, tomatoes, sukuma wiki, yote huwa napanda. Kabla ya kuanza ukulima, nilikuwa mkulima tu part time kwa vile nilikuwa nafanya kazi ya serikali kwa mwalimu. Already nilikuwa nimepanda miembe. Lakini sasa nilipo retire ndio sasa nikaingilia ukulima kabisa.
From her farm in Zeluni village, Janet has been attending seminars and workshops for farmers organized by MEST, from which she has gained a deep knowledge and understanding of mango farming practices suited for her region.
Nilipopanda miembe, nilikuwa sina ujuzi wa kutunza maembe. Mwalimu mwingine tulikuwa tunasomesha naye akaniambia kule Mwingi kuna shirika limeanzishwa, kuna kikundi cha maembe na kitafundisha watu mambo ya diseases. Na wewe naona umepanda maembe mwalimu mwenzangu. Nikaenda akanieleza na nikamwambia nataka kuingia, nikampatia pesa nikaanza kikundi. Wakati huo tulikuwa CBO, inaitwa Mwingi Horticulture Farmers Cooperative Society. Akaja mgeni akatuambia anaitwa Joyce Kituba. Na akatueleza vile yeye anafanya kazi na MEST. Tukaanza kupeleka trainings. Na training yangu ya kwanza niliyopelekwa ilikuwa soil and water conservation. Baada ya hiyo tukapelekwa ingine ya mambo ya magonjwa ya maembe, inaitwa mango agronomy.
Starting out as a full-time small-scale farmer back in 2004, Janet and her husband now own an average of 400 mango trees. Their first challenge faced by the enterprising couple was the long maturity taken by newly planted mango trees, which produce its first fruits in approximately 5 years. Her initial yield was a disappointment, owing to water shortages and disease. This challenge prompted Janet to reach out to MEST, who had just the solution she required to guarantee her success going forward. Many mango farmers like Janet have been haunted by the dreaded fruit fly, a common vector that affects mango plantations the world over, causing yields to decline significantly and rendering the fruit unexportable under international regulations. Through MEST's training on pest control, Janet has implemented environmentally friendly measures to manage fruit flies and produce pest-free fruits.
Chupa nimeweka mtego ndani ya kutega mango flies. Wanakuja kudunga maembe, wanapenda sukari. Kwa hivyo wakati maembe imeanza kuiva, wanasikia harufu, wanaanza kudunga kunwe hiyo juice. Kwa hivyo nikidungwa inaweka ugonjwa ndani. Kwa hivyo itakuwa si useful tena, ni kutupa tu. Na hii iko ndani ina trap wale male flies. Hii iko na harufu ya female fly. Hii sasa. Kwa hivyo huyo male anasikia harufu ya female. Alafu anakimbia aje kwa female. Akija akiingia akigusa hii anaanguka hapo ndani anakufa. Sasa wale female wanabaki peke yao bila male. Sasa nao wanakufa, wanaisha. Hakuna mango flies anymore in the shamba.
Over in Kidhuni village, still in Mwingi West, Joseph Mbiti, another mango farmer in Mwingi Horticultural Farmers Cooperative Society, echoes the same sentiments about Mest, who empowered him through knowledge on practices to increase his productivity. Joseph, who has over the years grown a variety of crops from cassava to capsicum, says he has reason as to why he decided to grow his mangoes full-time and on a commercial scale.
I saw people making money like no man's business, selling grafted mangoes in the Mwingi market, so I thought of starting the business.
With his keen interest to learn about mango farming, Joseph has been planting indigenous mango trees, of which he grafts and puts zones of different varieties.
I went to Kitui prison to see a friend who was in charge of a garden and he was growing mangoes there, Kitui prison. So he gave me the advice on how to start. That I planted indigenous mangoes, after which I graft them and put the zions of the variety I want, like apple, Gowe, Tommy Atkins, and so on.
Equipped with the right information, Joseph has gone on to produce different varieties of mangoes that include the Ngoe, apples, Tommy Atkins, and Van Dyke.
This is apple mango, which is almost round. It is the sweetest of all the mangoes I have in this orchard.
The soil and climate in the eastern region makes a perfect combination for mango production. Except that eastern Kenya is known for its occasional dry spells. Farmers like Joseph and Janet have been affected by the lack of rains.
Rain is not reliable, so sometimes I planted them and they had to dry up. I had to do it repeatedly and I succeeded.
For Janet, the Micro Enterprises Support Program Trust intervened by providing her with funds to build a dam for water storage. This includes the dam liners you see around the dam that help prevent the water from draining into the soil.
Tukiendelea, wakasema wanataka wakulima 7 kutoka Kitui County yote waweke dam liners, wale wamechimba dams. Tukimwambia I'm one of them na ina leak. Kwanza tuliambiwa tutapatiwa 30%, tutatoa 30% na Messi tulipia 70%. Wakuja wakaangalia wakapima, nikaona nimeweka dam liner. Sasa ikawa maji hakuna kusink, nikashukuru Mungu sana.
With adequate water supply and proper pest control practices, Janet and Joseph are able to benefit from increased yields and a higher quality crop that leads to increase in sales. Kenya's mango season is as from November to December and runs all the way to March, April each year. Many Kenyan farmers still produce some mangoes beyond this period, though in small quantities. Janet is able to make profit even during off-season. Each mango tree from her 400 produces approximately 500 mangoes.
Kwa mfano ukiangalia ile ndogo, unaona kama ile sasa imezaa. Unaona ile sasa iko na maembe mingi sana. Last year ilikuwa imezaa sana. Zile branches zilikuwa hazikuzaa ndio zimezaa this year. Na kwa hivyo inaweza kuwa na maembe around 500.
One of Mest's key objectives is to expose farmers to various market opportunities and to capacity build them with skills and knowledge that would make their farming business more valuable.
We ensure that before we go to the farmer, we have identified the market for this produce. And we bring the market to negotiate a price with the farmers. This is because we know that they are brokers, and brokers are out to exploit farmers. That's why farmers never get rich, and we want to see a rich farmer because he works so hard but he gets very little.
For Janet and the fellow farmers at Mwingi Horticultural Farmers Cooperative Society, MEST has gone as far as to train mango farmers on how to make their own mango juice, which they call Tanana mango juice.
Tanana ni furahi na. Tanana ni Kikamba. Tanana mango juice. Furahi na or enjoy yourself with mango juice. Ametusaidia kutupeleka several trainings hata ya juices. Kwa hivyo sasa tukaanza kutengeneza juice, tukajenga ka factory, tunatengeneza juice, kaunti katuletea mtambo kubwa. Sasa tuna shida. Kwa hivyo ikiwa tukizalisha maembe tunapeleka huko kwa mtambo yetu, mtambo tunanunuliwa na siku hizi imekuwa tumetengeneza kwa cooperative society.
In 2007, MEST, through the ABD program, started working with the Malindi Farmers Cooperative to address issues of mango post-harvesting losses documented at around 40 to 60% in the region at the time.
MEST started working here in Malindi in 2007 when they had a project on agricultural business development. And the whole idea about that project was to look at the various value chains in the coast province that have high impact in terms of generating income for the smallholder farmers and also an opportunity for creating employment for women and the youth.
Through this program, the aim was to organize the mango value chain through creation of contractual market linkages between producer groups and larger mango processors. It is through this intervention that the Malindi Natural Juice Processors Company Limited was established as a natural mango pulp processor. The production of mango pulp started with the major fruit juice processing companies expressing interest in becoming partners to Malindi Natural Juice Processors Limited, the subsidiary of the SACCO that is in charge of the factory. It is here at the Malindi Natural Juice Processors that members of the Malindi Farmers Cooperative and other farmers from the coastal region and Tana River County supply their mango produce. A business relationship created by MEST.
One of the biggest obstacles was about the market because the product was already there. It is the product that is losing the market. So we started from there. But of course, as we went along, then we did identify other areas that were affecting production itself.
Majority of the mangoes received at the processing plant are the Ngoe variety, the most common type of mango after the apple mango. Averages of 10 to 20,000 kilos of mangoes are received on a daily basis during the peak season, where they process as much as possible before the season ends. The county still produces some mangoes beyond the peak season, though in small quantities. Prior to MEST intervention, many farmers used to sell their mangoes at the open market, which was flooded and fetched little during the peak season. The farmers here also witness wastage, with many unsold mangoes left to rot. But with MEST's help to put the Malindi Natural Juice Processors plant has been a big milestone for the farmers to address such post-harvest losses.
You can easily look at the marketing of the mango, how it was in 2007 and how it is now. In 2007, there was only one processor within the coast region. You'd find so many lorries lined up at Mtwapa waiting to get to the market. Some of them would not get to the market and would find heaps of mangoes rotting on the roadside. With the introduction of the Malindi Natural Juice Processors Company, now farmers have a place to sell their mango. What was a problem then, where they were losing their produce to a level of between 40 and 60%. This you can't find now because you don't get that product or that produce of mango missing a market.
Unlike most processors who make ready-to-consume products, the Malindi natural juice processors produce juice for a different target audience, making pulp for major industrial producers who then use the pulp to make ready-to-consume products such as jam, yogurts, puddings, and juice, of course.
We are targeting factories which will buy our pulp and convert it into other products like ready-to-drink products, things like that. Juice and yogurt. They can mix it with yogurt and other products.
Mango farmers like Mzee Salim, who is a direct beneficiary of MEST intervention in this value chain, can farm with ease and on a full-time basis, knowing his harvest has a destination. This link also means a better selling price for his mangoes, unlike before.
Maembe tunauza shilingi 2.8, lakini kuja mass wananua kilo moja shilingi 15, ambapo kama ni faida mara 3 ya hiyo embe. Hiyo ni faida kubwa. Hata ukikata transport bado unafaidika. Na nimefaidika kwa kusomesha watoto wangu shule, hasa university. Niko na watoto wawili naenda university, na hata moja juzi nimemsafirisha na nimpeleka nchi za nje.
Before MEST came on board, it was a little slow because the farmers were just taking the mangoes to milli fruit, what they were doing, whatever they could do. But now the capacity has been enhanced. Yeah, I can say MEST has helped to double up the effort.
Besides finding a place to take his produce, Mzee Salim sees a lot of value that came by teaming up with MEST. He is assured of a market, a good and consistent pay, and above all, no wastage of his produce.
Tulienda Msabaha pia tukapata mafunzo kutoka Msabaha ya maembe yanavyokuzwa, yanavyovunwa, na tukapata improve hata mazao inakuwa nyingi zaidi. Unapata kwa msimu mmoja tani 40,000, 50,000. Kwa mwaka tuseme tani 100. Na vile vile maembe inakuwa ni mzuri, haiharibiki, haina wadudu tena.
It is this very shamba that has helped empower the local community through employment. They clearly are more like family to him than casual workers. On the export market though, mangoes contribute largely to Kenya's gross domestic product, with majority of mangoes for export being produced by small-scale farmers. Through the 2015-2016 season, Kenya exported approximately 26,000 metric tons of mangoes. This figure will continue to rise as more farmers come in and more markets around the world open up. For MEST, the mango value chain continues to grow with expansion plans underway. Most farmers lack the know-how to turn their business around. But for Janet, it all changed with MEST. The same could happen for you by contacting our MEST call center through the number that's on your screen. Or if you prefer, get in touch with us through Facebook. Thanks for watching this episode of Rescue My Business. I'm Shiko Kaitani.